Welcome back, everybody. This is Fez again, and today we are starting a brand new adventure, Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge, Special Edition. So we are using Steam as the engine. So this game, I think may technically be freeware, but I bought it for $9.99 off Amazon. So the Special Edition comes with some fancy schmancy graphics, but we're kicking it old school style today. So we are going to get down to it, and let's get the party started.
Well, Guybrush Threepwood, you do turn up in the strangest places.
Hi, Elaine. Do you think you can help me out?
How did you get into this mess?
It's kind of a long story.
Oh, that's okay. I've got time.
Well, it all started on Scab Island. Some of my admiring fans had pressured me into telling my LeChuck evaporating story once again.
Deep in the Caribbean, Scab Island.
Let's just
So
let the opening cutscene roll.
Say, now you're in for it, you bilious bag of barnacle bait. And then LeChuck cries, Guybrush, have mercy! I can't take it anymore!
I think I know how he must have felt.
Yeah, if I hear this story one more time, I'm gonna be crying myself.
Don't you have any new stories?
Well, actually, that's why I'm here on Scab Island. I'm on a whole new adventure.
Growing a mustache?
No, bigger than that.
A beard?
No, I'm in search of treasure. The biggest treasure of them all. A treasure so valuable and so well hidden that it haunts the dreams of every pirate on the seas.
You mean
Big whoop.
None other.
Then why'd you come here? There's no treasure on Scab Island.
Well, I didn't know that before. Now I'm trying to charter a ship and look someplace else. When I return, I'll have riches galore and a whole new story.
Or you'll have died trying.
either way, we won't have to hear about LeChuck anymore.
Ha! Those guys wouldn't know a good story even if they paid $50 for it. When I find Big Whoop, I'll become a legend among pirates for generations to come. I can only charter a ship and get off this stinking island.
Part 1, The Largo Embargo. Okay, so we're going to play it classic style, so I'm going to hit F1, and we get the good old-fashioned 1992 graphics. I think the game came out in 91 or 92, I forget. So, in case you didn't catch it, his name is Guybrush Threepwood. He is like a 19-year-old pirate. He just got lots of riches after defeating LeChuck in Monkey Island 1. So this game kind of assumes that you have at least some knowledge of the original version. There's plenty of references to it. I will try and point them out when I can. I may be missing some, so if you see something that I missed, please let me know. I'll gladly listen to you. So there's other references to other LucasArts games and George Lucas films, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, stuff like that. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and get the party started. So we're just going to go ahead and cross this bridge.
Where do you think you're going, fancy pants? You ain't from these parts, are you? This is a toll bridge. You gotta pay.
And basically, if you're not familiar with the SCUM engine, that's script creation utility for Maniac Mansion. Basically, all these point-and-click games use some variation of this engine. There's different dialogues you can choose, so it doesn't really matter at this point which one to take.
Sure. Take my money. I don't want any trouble.
Oh, there goes all my fun. Now I don't get to do this.
Help! Police!
Scream as loud as you want. There's no police on Scab Island.
Then who keeps up the law and maintains order?
I'm the only law on this island. Hey, you're loaded. This is my lucky night. Remember, wherever you go, on sea or on land, you can't ever hide from Lago Lugre.
Tough town. I guess I should have got those travelers checks.
Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at that sign.
Welcome to Woodtick. No treasure hunting zone.
Yeah, it's kind of a joke. Pirates are semi-literate, so... Let's go ahead and pick up that sign. We won't actually take the sign
I
itself.
think I broke the sign.
We get the shovel off of it. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get out of Woodtick for a second. We're going to go back to the beach, and we're going to grab a stick. And we're going to go back to Woodtick. Now, for sake of brevity, I'm going to try and keep the conversation short and relevant, because a lot of this is just kind of fluff. So we're back in Woodtick. We're going to go into the first hut we see, so we'll go to the woodsmith shop. And we'll talk to the woodsmith.
Yeah?
What's the problem with that Largo guy?
He really goes against my grain. I'd like to make an end table out of him, but I don't have the guts. With all my tools, I'm still unable to create the one thing that could do this island some good.
Like an all-night tattoo parlor?
No. Like a voodoo doll of Largo Legrand.
Oh. I'd just like to browse, thanks.
Okay. But don't touch anything.
Okay, so after we saw the woodsmith, we're going to go over to the cartographer shop, which is the next one.
Hello.
Oops, I did not mean to do that.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes. Hi there. Can I help you?
Hi, I'm Guybrush. Who are you?
Wally. Wally B. Feed. At your service.
What exactly do you do here?
I'm a cartographer.
You do open heart surgery? In here?
No. I'm the map-making sort of cartographer.
Oh. What kind of maps do you make?
Every kind a pirate could need. My eyes have seen the whole world, and there's not a part of it I haven't put down on paper. Maps are very, very important.
The voice acting kind of reminds me of Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life.
Actually, I prefer to just stop and ask directions.
That's what Magellan thought. Sorry, cartographer joke.
Thanks. I gotta go.
Okie dokie.
Before we leave, let's grab a sheet of paper. We're going to go over to this broken ship on the far left. Okay, we're going to try and get that bucket.
Hey, leave that alone.
Sorry, is this your bucket?
Well, no.
So you won't mind if I take it?
I guess not.
What is it?
Remember me? I'm Guybrush.
Do we know you?
Here's an inside joke from the first game. So they were there in the first
I'm
game, and they're
Guybrush.
trying to start a
You
circus.
tried to sell me the minutes of a PTA meeting in the last game, claiming it was a map?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, really.
Why did you wake us up, Gorbush?
What happened to your leg?
It happened during a performance.
That's what we do for a living now.
You see, after our circus failed, we started a pirate catering business on nearby Fat Island.
The sacking lunch. It was quite lucrative.
Why aren't you still doing that?
The governor of the island made us an offer we, couldn't refuse. So, we sold him the business.
What did you do with the money?
We sank the money into one of those newfangled glass-bottom boats
We wanted to take passengers on sightseeing trips.
and search for a place called Drinky Island in our spare time.
Boy, did we ever want to get there.
Aside from the obvious reason, we had inside information that Drinky was in fact the resting place of the legendary treasure of Big Whoop.
Big whoop. Did you find anything?
Not exactly.
You see, we got a bit of a raw deal on the boat.
Seems the salesman didn't have any glass for the bottom, so he just left a gaping hole there.
By the time we noticed, we were taking on water, fast.
We ended up stranded on a tiny desert island.
When did we get to the performing part?
We met a philosopher on the island, and he told us something which changed our lives.
That you're a pack of loonies?
He told us that all the world is a stage and that we are merely players. So, we became performance artists.
When he lost the leg, Frank was brilliantly showing the inseparability of the path man walks from the food chain.
The symbolism of the cheese was essential. You know, this leg is looking sort of dingy. Would you get some polish over at the woodsmiths and polish it for me?
Sure.
Thanks. Here's some money for the polish.
See you later.
We can scarcely contain our anticipation.
Alright, so we're going to go get the wood polish from the woodsmith shop. So let's go ahead and grab that.
Yeah?
Could I buy some wood polish?
That's 1 piece of 8. Anything else?
I'd just like to browse, thanks.
Okay. But don't touch anything.
Alright, so we're going to go back over to the performing artists, so-called performing artists. And we'll use the wood polish on his peg leg.
Thanks. Here's a piece of 8 for your trouble.
Alright, so what we're going to do next is we are going to go to the bar. So we'll walk to the hatch.
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
Want to see my scar?
Depends. Is there a good story behind it?
As a matter of fact, there is. It's a story of the ghost pirate LeChuck and his gruesome demise.
Heard it. This is the one where he drinks too much root beer and burps so hard he explodes, right?
Not exactly.
Frankly, I don't care much for stories that promote moderation in drinking. I do have a business to run, you know.
Grog, please. Shaken, not stirred.
Maybe you'd like a Shirley Temple instead.
I'm old enough. Look at my beard.
Ha! That's the oldest trick in the book. Tell you what, I'll let you have some near grog. Doesn't have any alcohol in it, but it's just as nasty smelling and foul tasting as that stuff grown-ups drink.
Right on.
Oh, wait. What am I saying? I just sold the last of it to Kate. Sorry.
Rats.
Of course, if you have some ID.
Who's this Kate person you mentioned?
Ah, the courageous Captain Kate Capsize. Tough as steel, sharp as nails. She rents her ship out, does some freelance pirating. Her only loyalty is to the highest bidder. Don't get on her bad side.
How's business?
It's just terrible. No one ever comes down here anymore. Largo's got all my regulars spooked. You know, I can mix any drink there is. Make anything you could name. But I can't make the one thing that could really do this island some good.
What's that?
A voodoo doll of Largo LeGrand.
Right on
You
cue.
there. Uh-oh. Give me my usual and put it in a real glass. Fork over the dough or you'll be serving Bloody Marys for a week. From your nose. That's all I have. Well, you better have more tomorrow, or we might have to move this dump to a new location. Like, say, the bottom of the ocean.
Boy, you just gave him all your money?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, so while we're here, let's go ahead and we'll use that sheet of paper on the grog you spit out.
Oh, yuck.
Okay, now we're gonna sneak into the cook's office. So we'll go down the window. We'll crash the party. All right, so we'll pick up that knife on the table. We'll go back out the same way we came in, through the window. Now we're gonna go to the inn, which is on the left. We'll use the knife on the rope.
Hey, how'd old Pegpiper get loose? I'd better go catch him before he catches somebody else.
Alright, and we'll look at the bowl.
Cheese squigglies. One of my favorites.
Let's get some cheese squigglies. Go back up the stairs. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Okay, we're gonna go out of wood tick. We're gonna go to the swamp for a minute. Okay, we're gonna use the bucket with the swamp mud.
Wow, a whole bucket of mud. And it's mine. All mine.
Alright, we're gonna take the coffin. And we are going to the voodoo priestess's house. Okay, so there's a little bit of a string behind him, so we'll use the knife with the string.
My scoutmaster would kill me if he saw me use a knife like that.
Alright, well I don't need the knife with the string, so
This doesn't seem to work.
we'll just pick up string then.
I'll just take a little.
And we'll go talk to the voodoo priestess.
Guybrush Threepwood, it's been a long time since you last came to see me.
How's business?
Very good. Many hexes this week. Saved many people from the evil eye. Made many pieces of 8. Although Largo took most of them.
Tell me about this Largo guy.
He's a weak little man who bullies this whole island around. Most people are afraid of him because he was once LeChuck's right-hand man.
Yeah, but LeChuck's history. I got rid of him myself.
True evil can never be destroyed completely. You will see.
Why don't you just put a curse on Largo?
I've tried. My most powerful magic lies in voodoo dolls. But to make an effective doll, I need some items from Largo's person, and no one's brave enough to go get them for me.
What kind of ingredients do you need for the doll?
Are you willing to help me make one?
Maybe?
To make it work, you need to bring me some personal artifacts of the victim. One from each of the 4 basic voodoo groups. Something of the thread, something of the head, something of the body, and something of the dead.
Hey, that almost rhymes.
For the thread, I need a piece of Largo's clothing, and a lock of hair will do for the head. Bring me a sample of fluid from his body, and from his dead relatives, you must acquire some remnant of a corpse. Here, take the shopping list.
Thanks.
Do you have any of those ingredients with you?
I have some of his spit.
Excellent. You may keep the paper. Have you brought me any other ingredients?
I'll bring you more later.
Good. Now go.
Okay, so we got 1 out of the 4 out of the way, so we need something from his head, we need something from the dead, and we need something from the thread. So we'll go back to wood tick. We're going to wrap this up shortly. Okay, go back to the wood tick. Okay, what we're going to do next is we are going to go over to that broken ship with the performing pirates again. Use some wood polish on his peg leg.
Thanks. Here's a piece of 8 for your trouble.
You can repeat the process a few times if you need to. He'll eventually run out of pieces of 8, but yeah. We don't need any more for right now. So we'll go ahead and open the box up. We're going to use the stick we got earlier with the box to prop it open. Then we're going to use the string with the stick. And finally, we'll put a few cheese squigglies in the box to kind of trap the rat. So give him a minute to kind of munch on those cheese squigglies. We're going to go ahead and pull the string. Now the rat is trapped in the box. We'll open up the box. We'll pick up the rat. And we're going to go ahead and go back to the cook's room.
Good thing this is a cold soup.
And we'll throw the rat in the stew, and we'll get back out of there. And we're gonna go to the the bar. Actually, I'm sorry. We're gonna go talk to the barkeep. Ask him about the stew.
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
Hey, how's the stew tonight?
Stew? Oh, gosh. We only serve gourmet chilled soups here. In fact, our new cook has been working all day on a very special vichyssoise. Let me go see how he's doing. How's the vichyssoise, Bernard?
Excellent, sir. Won't you have a taste?
I think I will. Oh my God! What kind of demented recipe book are you using? You're fired.
But, sir...
Out! Get out of my sight! This is the most disgusting, filthy mess I've ever seen in my life. Look at all the hair! And what's this stuff? How am I ever gonna get rid of this junk? Well, here's your soup.
I'm really not that hungry anymore.
Dang. Hey, can you cook?
A little.
How'd you like a career in the fast-paced world of pub food cuisine?
Are you saying there's an opening in the kitchen?
Yeah. You interested?
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Great. Job is yours. Here's a week's worth of wages. Now go strap on that apron and get to work.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so what we're gonna do next is trying to think what. Okay, I think this actually be a good stopping point, to be honest. So I'll go ahead and put a pause to it for right now. Okay, I think we'll call it good. So I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough so far. So we'll pick it up next time. And until then, take care, everybody. God bless.